Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. Today I'm going to be doing the next 6 stages of the Agora models and Hachette Partworks release of Build the RMS Titanic. Okay, there's a lot to do in this one. As you can see, I've got the deck of the Titanic just above me here. We are going to be working on the whole section as well. In fact, the first stages that we're doing, and we are going from stages 63 to 68, we are actually starting with the hull. Now, if you want to get this for yourself, it's available in 2 locations in the UK and elsewhere. I've put a link down in the video description. There's also a QR code on the screen that you can scan, and you can get this all the way from pack 1. But as I said, this is available from Agora models in USA and Canada, so follow those links, you'll be able to get that for yourself. But without further ado, let's get cracking. So here we go, stage 63. This is what the magazine looks like, and a whole history about the Titanic in here. And as you can see, to start off with, we are going to be doing a little bit more of the light bleed that we've been doing before, and also we're doing adding another part of the whole section there. Then we're going to go back to our deck. We're going to be putting this onto the deck. Lot to do. Look at this. This is the first stage. So by the end of it, it's looking just like this. Okay, so this is the whole section that we've been working on last time. And if you remember how we finished the last stage off, we actually put this clip in this side here. We're going to do the same on this side. That's how that's going to start on this stage here. And here is the clip for that. In exactly the same way, it's just going to go above this section here, just like that. It's held in with AM screws. So, take 2 of these. And that's in place. Okay, so we're going to be taking this whole piece next. And that's going to go on these points here. And on the top camera, you'll see this point here. Put the bottom piece in first. Push the hole out a little bit. And then that will enable you to get that in like that. We're going to secure that in with some LM screws. Actually, it's quite different. We've got an LM screw in the side here. But then we've got an IM screw just in the base. I think I'll put the IM screw in first here. Get that nice and tight. And if I just rotate this round a second so I can get to this one, the LM screw just into this side here. Now remember, the LM screw is not a normal Phillips head screwdriver. It's actually an Allen hex head. So I'm using my wow stick here. Even though it hasn't got enough power to actually get this into the metal, I can use it like a screwdriver like that to get that nice and tight in there like that. Perfect. Once I've done that, I can put that to one side. And I want the cabin that we were creating in the last pack looking like this, because we're about to do some light blocking in that. Now, we've done this before. We've got the light blocking sheets here. And what I'll do is, if I just start doing one of these, and then you'll get the idea of how I'm putting the rest on. When I take this off, I just want to make sure that I pop the windows out. One here and one on this side. And then I use my tweezers to help push this into place. So we just want to make sure that's lined up. Got one side in there. And the other side there. And then just put that all the way down. And I'm going to be doing that for the whole of the inside using these sheets and the guide that's in the instructions. So as you can see, when that's done, they're all in around there. Okay, I need to bring the deck over now. And this is going to be going over this section that we put that pad on to deaden the light. So as you can see, this is all light blocked. This is going to go in here just like that. It's held in from the other side with AP screws. Now AP screws were provided in issue 51. And I'll get them in place just by screwing into the 4 holes under here. And when that's done, it should look like that. That takes so much time. Okay, we've got these pads left over from the last pack. I need to take one of these long strips out here. I'm going to put this over these middle two lights here. So 1 and 2. It's just going to deaden that light up a little bit. We do want to make sure that this cable is still free to move, which it is. Okay, so we're going to be putting the next funnel in. And what we want to do is make sure that the long cable here is going through the smaller hole here. And the shorter cable is going through the larger hole. And then get this in. Make sure it's seated right. Like that. That's looking good. And then from the other side, hopefully you can see this on the top camera, I'm going to connect this short cable, even though it says J3, I'm plugging that into J1, which is over here. So let's get that in. Like that. Now move the top camera slightly so you can see this. This is the end of the deck here, and we're looking at these two circuit boards here. I want this lead, which came in stage 50, I want to push this into J1, which is over here. So let's just get that lead in there first. That's perfect. So that's in. That's going to go into J3, which is just here. So again, I'll get that in here. And while it's upside down, I'll take the opportunity to screw this deck in with AP screws. So 6 AP screws this time to put this in. Now we can check this now by plugging the tester box into J3 just on this unit here. Just going to turn the lights down. As you can see, all those lights are on and all the decks are on as well. So if I show you this on this camera here, I don't know if you can see, but both the middle, probably on that side, it's hard to see in this light, but trust me, they're on. Now I don't need this deck now, so I'm just going to put that to one side and bring over the last two funnels that we had here. And I've got some tarpaulin here, which is just going to go over to the dinghies on each side here. So I'm going to have one here, just pushing that on, and one the other side just here. Perfect. They should keep themselves in, no problems at all. And that is all there is to do in that stage. Now, once again, we are left with some little details here. A couple of benches. And also this pipe here. We've also got another reflective sticker. But that's all there is to do in that stage. That was a long old stage. This is a really fiddly build. It does remind me a lot of the Bismarck. But let's move on to the next stage. So stage 64 looks like this. Again, flicking through the magazine. And we've got another hull piece. So a nice easy stage by the look of it. Although we are doing a little bit more light blocking. You know what we're like for the light blocking. Oh, we're actually putting this deck in. So it's not an easy stage at all. And then we're going to dampen down one of the lights. Then we're putting the whole piece on. So by the end of it, it's looking like that. That was deceiving. So bringing this over, we're going to be putting some light blocking just into this area here. So this is the first piece that's going in. Just turn this upside down and it's going to go into this end here. A little bit tricky. I need to keep this wire out of the way. Just like that. And continue doing that for the rest of the light block in here. Now we need another strip or a dampening strip here. Let's get that off. See, I'm calling these things dampening strips. They're going to go over the two lights that we've got there. Perfect. Take off the big long strip that we put in earlier on and we're going to replace that with a smaller one just over again the two lights in the middle like that. So we've got two of those in there and then we're going to be putting this on the deck. So bring that back over. This time I want the smokestack to go through the larger hole here and then the lights to be going through the smaller hole. On both sides this is going to be. So I'll just get this wires all in and seated this into position. And there we go, that's in there. I did have a bench fall off. I'll put the bench back on afterwards. Now I'm actually going to do it in a different order to the instructions because I am going to keep this deck in place first. It's going to make my life a lot easier. So I'm just going to get this all attached. It takes, is it 12? I think it's 12 screws to keep this in. But I am going to get this in now. And there you go. That is all the decks on. So we're going to start connecting these wires up now. Right, I've got my side camera on now because I'm going to show you how this goes, because I've taken some wires out as well that we put in last time, but we can talk through it together. So the one that's coming out of this hole is going to go into this slot just here. Let's get that one in first. The second lead here is going to be going into this point just here, like that, and the other end of this is going to the point just here. So all of these plugs on this side now should have something in. The smokestack's the only thing that's not connected. Moving to this one, we want this cable here for the lights going into J2 there. Then we've got this other cable here, which is going into J3 here. Hopefully you can see that. Let's put that one in, like that. And the other side is going over to J2 over this side here. Now all of that is now wired up. We do have another dampening square to put on. And all we're doing is when we put this in, we're just covering the cable, not the LED. So it's going to go in there, just covering that cable. Like that. Perfect. Now I want to take this pipe in. This came in issue 60, I believe. And it's going to go into the points here. Now what I'm going to do is just drop some glue here and just on the ends of each pipe. And get this into place. So this goes in here. Let's line up this side first actually. Get this one in there, just like that. So that's the pipes in there. Just do the same on the other side. So they're in like that. Perfect. And then I want to take the vent that we again assembled in issue 60, and that's going to be going onto these 2 points here. Just do a dry fit like that. So again, I'll put some glue on that. I'm just going to put that bench back on that came off. And now I can actually get rid of this, put this to one side. And bring over the hole. Because we do have another piece to put in, just on top of the one that we had just put in previously. So it's going to go in this way, like this. Get this in. Whoops. And that's held in place once again with these LM screws, which are the Allen head screws. So I am putting them in a touch of oil, and I'll get these in. This is the last one going in here. And there was me thinking there wasn't much to do in this stage. Oh, how wrong I was. Okay, we're still not finished yet. We've got this metal brace to put in. This is metal. It's going to go on top of the 2 sections we put here, which is going to push the sides in for us. Going to be putting this in with AM screws. And it's going to take 4 of these. So I'll get these in. And there you go. And that's all there is to do in that stage. So if anyone wants to know, we're now 1 hour, 20 minutes into filming time, and we've only done 2 stages. But edited, I'm sure this is only like 5 minutes, but we'll have to see. But this is the magazine for the next stage. And as you can see, we are now adding some details of some of these deck items that we put in here. And we are adding another piece of hull together. So it's looking like that. So with that in mind, I think I am going to split this pack up into 2. So I am going to have a part 1 and part 2 for this, because otherwise this video will be very long and it will be going up at midnight. So we don't need this part at the moment. Let's put that to one side. I brought the deck over again because I'm interested in this whole area here, because we've got some pipes which are going to go up the funnel on each side here. Now again, these came in stage 60. The first ones are going to go into the holes on this side just here. I've put it in gently so you can see it on the top camera just there. So let's get some glue and put those in. And hopefully you can see that's those in there. Now moving the deck down, at this section here, I've got this pipe which is going to go into the 2 holes there and in there like that. Again, I'm just going to touch some glue into that. As a matter of fact, I don't need glue, I don't think. God, that goes in really tight, so I'm going to leave that just like that. Perfect. And then just behind that, on the top camera here, you can see we've got these points just here and here. These are going to be going into the holes like this each side. These are going to need glue. Do make sure you put them round the right way though. They need to go that way round. Like that. So, get some glue in this. So, they're in. And then just at the end here, we've got a couple of benches to put in. Now, these benches actually face inwards. So, I'm going to get them in and show you what they look like. And there we go. That's both of the benches in there. Now, the last thing to do on the deck is we're going to be taking the roofs here, which are going to go over the wheelhouse and the rest of the section here. So, I need to make sure I put these in right. So, this one with the section here facing forward is going to go on top here like that. So I'm going to get that glued into place. And then the other one here, 2 holes here, which are just going to go on top of this section just like that. Again, I'm going to glue that into place. So that looks just like that. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to put this to one side. So bringing back over the hole, we've got another section here to put in. Just get that in here. And once again, we're going to have an LM screw. Can't use my wow stick this time because there's not much clearance in there. And then just an IM screw in this one here. All I need to do then, is like last time, is I'm just going to be putting this tab on here, held in with AM screws. Because I'm right-handed, I do find turning it round and doing it this way is a lot easier for me. There you go. That's in nice and tight, and that's all there is to do in that stage. Now, as a matter of fact, there isn't much to do in stage 66, so let me just show you the magazine again. Like this. And we have got another bit of hole to put in, and we do have another little adapter to put in. So you see, not much to do. Let's do that now. Bring over the hull again. Once again, we're going to be putting this section in here. Just get that locked in. And again, all of that's held in with LM screws. I will have to use my Allen key for this rather than my wow stick. And then just like last time, we've got another tab here to put in here. Held in with AM screws. Perfect. And that is all there is to do in that stage. Look at me, I don't know when to stop, do I? So let's keep going. I'm determined to do this pack now. It's become a mission. This is the magazine. And as you can see, we've got another deck piece here, and we're going to be putting some more decking onto it. So it's looking like that. So it's another quick stage. You know what? This has become an endurance battle now. I'm determined to do this pack in one go. Okay, so quite simply, all we're going to do is we're going to peel off this decking here. And this is just going to be going onto this point underneath like this. Just getting this perfectly in place. That's how I do this, just so you know. Show you again. I don't know if I've showed you. I think I did right in the early stages. So I don't take the full plastic off. I just line up these sections here first and then slowly take the backing off like that. That'll fit perfectly flush in there like that. One more to do just on this side. This one I probably will take off the whole thing because it's only a small piece. And there we go. And that's lined up. So all of the deck pieces are in there, and that's all there is to do in that stage. Well, with one stage left, we can't just leave it there, can we? So let's see what we're doing in the last stage. Again, this is the magazine. I bet there's loads we're doing. Oh no, we're just going to be adding some stuff to this by the look of it. So there's not a lot to do as well. We are adding another brace to the hull as well. So let's do this. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this section here, which is plastic, and we have got these brackets or little connectors with keyhole patterns, which are just going to follow the shape of these. So that one's going on there, that one's going on there, and they're going to be held in place with AP screws, which I've got here. I've noticed on this build, you really don't want to throw any screws away, because they may be used later on. Now, out of all the builds, I normally do throw the screws away, but on this one, for some reason, I just decided not to. So thank God for that. So there you go, they're in place like that. Bring over the deck that we were working on last time. Turn it upside down. It's this area here that I'm interested in. These are just going to be going on top to connect these up like that there. And again, held in with AP screws. And that one's too. So now that looks like that. We can put that to one side. Bring over the hull again. It's pretty simple to see what we're going to be doing. We're just going to be putting this piece on here like that and holding it in with AM screws. And can you believe it? That's all there is to do in that stage. That's all there is to do in that pack. I almost gave up on that then halfway through. It was taking so long. So for the record, 6 stages has taken me 1 hour 46 minutes. Haven't got a clue how this is going to look edited. We'll have to see. But I love it when there is a load to do though. I could have been spending all day on that, but I am live streaming for the Patreons tonight, so I want to make sure that I'm on time with some things. But anyway, if you want to get this for yourself, once again, I have put a link in the video description. There's also a QR code on the screen. But I really hope you liked that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care.